Manchester United are one hurdle away, and I will repeat that in case you didn't hear me, one hurdle away from mastering everybody's favourite, the press. One hurdle away. Now, if you remember Manchester United of last year, the press, first line of it was relatively weak. It was relatively passive. The second line was non-existent. The fullbacks never ever joined into the press. And this is why, if you look at all of Manchester United's preseason games, you can see a level of progress from game to game. The fullbacks are beginning to join in. The first line of press is very effective. And like I've always said, in my opinion, Mason Mount is the trigger. When he goes, we all go. The one issue, which in my opinion held Manchester United back against Liverpool, and if they fix this, the press is complete. It has been mastered. Is the fact that the first line leads the press. They charge forwards. The one issue that I saw with Manchester United against Liverpool was the fact that the second line did not follow up. And it caused a little problem for a Manchester United team which dominated the game against Liverpool. And on another day, they walk out victorious. But let's get into it. Now, this is the first example. Now, from what you know, Manchester United in midfield set up with Collier and Casemiro. You look at this, and this is Liverpool in build-up. This is the area that you want to press. This is the area that you want to retrieve the ball. You look at both of their positions, but most importantly, look at Ryan Gravenberch in the centre. He's got two Manchester United players behind him, and he's in an acre of space. Manchester United have got that 2v1 numerical advantage. Everybody loves the man-to-man press, but there's nothing better than a 2v1 in your favour. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, you guys have to push forwards. You guys have to engage. He's got his back to goal. You guys outnumber him. Use it to your advantage. The problem was Collier, and like from what you can see, Collier was the only one that pushed forwards. Now, Collier's pushed forward, leaving him in a 1v1 situation, but he was too late. Now, do you remember how in the beginning I said Manchester United were in a 2v1 advantage in their favour? It was Casemiro and Collier against Ryan Gravenberch. But I'm trying to explain to you guys how you need to play as a team, but most importantly, you need to press as a team or else you're causing problems. So Man United have gone now from a 2v1 advantage in their favour to a 2v1 disadvantage against them, because once Gravenberch beat Collier's press because he was too late, you look at Casemiro. Casemiro now is at a 2v1 disadvantage, and it made it easy for Liverpool to play around him. Now, let's look at another example. It's similar, but let's look at another example where Manchester United were required to do man-to-man. You look at this one. It's 2v2. It's 2v2. Two Liverpool players in the centre of the pitch, two Manchester United players, Tom Collier and Casemiro. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, both of you have to push. Because the first line of press are beginning to press. They've engaged. They're moving. They're pushing the opposition. You have to follow up. Everybody has to squeeze. Everybody has to push forward. The problem was, Casemiro was the only one that pushed forward. Collier sat back. Now, this is the problem that it forced. With Casemiro being the only one pushing forwards and Collier sitting back, it now forced Rashford, who was already occupying the right back, it forced Rashford to now push and press inwards. You look at it. Rashford is at a, 3v1 disadvantage? He's trying good. And it made it so easy for Liverpool to beat the press. But then seconds later, this is now all transitioned from players leaving their positions, from players being forced to press and do another player's job. You now look at Collier. Casemiro he pushed forwards. Rashford has had to now tuck inwards to do something that he should have done. You look at Collier. He's in now no man's land. And he's now at a 2v1 disadvantage. Once again, easy for Liverpool to play around him because Amas was too late to join into the press. You look at Collier now, he's triangled. He is literally triangled, and 1-2 passes and Liverpool are on the attack, especially because Manchester United's defensive line, this is where your defensive line has to be able to read the game, and they have to be able to anticipate passes and particular moves. When you see your whole team are not pushing forward and you can see you're at a disadvantage, what you need to do is push forward to condense the space. Condense the space and it forces the opposition into mistakes. But the defensive line did not push up and Liverpool went on the attack. So, the million-dollar question, how do you fix this? How do you fix this? Is it fixable? Yes, it really is. And this is why I said Man United are one hurdle away from officially mastering the press. Number one, in my opinion, so many people, when they look at football, they think the team with the best technicians is the best. The team with the best athletes, the most physical of teams wins. One area of the game that a lot of people choose to ignore, or maybe they don't focus on, is the team with the best communication comes out on top. I'm looking at Koya and I'm looking at Casemiro and I'm telling myself, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you've both gone or you've both sat back. There's nothing wrong with it. But why is one person going alone? So if you look at it, when Koya goes, he should be looking at his teammate and telling him, push with me, come with me, communication. When Casemiro is sitting, he should be telling Koya, sit with me, stay with me, because if you don't stay with me, I'm now going to be at a numerical disadvantage. And the other way around, Koya should be telling Casemiro, come with me, because now we're at a numerical advantage. It's in our favor. It's all about communication. Second part is better personnel. Players that come from pressing backgrounds, players that have a higher understanding, reading of the game. Better personnel just makes you a better team. Thirdly, energy. You have to bear in mind, Manchester United team are looking to press. When they lose the ball, they're looking to counter press. You need energy. It's a 90-minute game of football. You need to be ready and willing to go whenever the opportunity presents itself. Sometimes I look at this Man United team and I think, maybe fatigue is what's holding you back from going. And the fourth one is my favourite one. And this is something that I want Manchester United to do this season, repetition. No team on planet Earth has mastered the press from first attempt. No team has mastered playing a particular style of football first attempt, especially when you begin to include new players. Now it's about building chemistry, building an understanding of one another, repetition. Stick to the plan. In the beginning, it won't be rosy. In the beginning, it won't be right. It will be unstructured. There might be flaws to it. Stick to it, because with repetition, you learn. You learn from your mistakes and you begin to understand when and not to go. And players become familiar with their roles. If Man United focus on these things, Man United, ladies and gentlemen, will have mastered the press. But anyways, if you're new, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the like. It helps the channel grow. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on another one.